Australia, 1825. It's just another day for Samuel Charles Hollington, a man who loves diving around the coast of Sydney. He was just poking around and observing, as he usually does. However, this was a little bit different this time. As he rounded a piece of coral, he saw a group of fishes collected there. And this was a little bit different from how fish usually gather. It almost looked as if all the baby fish were looking at an adult fish, who was in front of a piece of mussel with some weird symbols on it. It also stated that he swore that he saw that all the baby fish almost looked miserable, and that one even tried to swim away, but the adult fish went and smacked him right back into place. Now, he didn't really think too much of this, but he did jot a quick picture down and carried on. Now, a few days later, he's at home, and he kept hearing all these stories about how the children just don't want to work anymore, and how there's a high turnover rate because of deaths. And he just thinks this is absurd, because he always wanted to be a businessman. Now, fueled by the hate of these kids, something just clicked for him here. He remembered those fish and how obedient they were. So he grabbed this drawing and went right to the Prime Minister. Samuel explained to him about a plan to create a system that'll torture and discipline the children that are misbehaving, but at the same time, teach them how to do their job correctly and to be more safe. The Prime Minister was a bit reluctant at first, but he did need something to put him ahead in the polls, as he was losing in a campaign to a koala. Samuel was ecstatic about this, but he did have one request, as he is a bit of a narcissistic person. But the Prime Minister agreed, and thus, Schoolington was born. It was very successful, and about 2 years later, the Americas heard about it and also slowly wanted to adopt the system. However, at this time, there were allegations that Samuel was skinny dipping with minor fish. So the Americans did not really like this, and they decided to still keep the system, but they just changed the name. But all they did was just remove the INGTON and kept it as school, which also rhymed with cool. And they liked this because they wanted kids to actually want to come here. So over the years, the school we know today was formed. And that's all you need to know about that. But don't quote me on it. I hope you learned something, and thank you guys for watching.